I woke up one day and I realized everything was off. And I realized I was in the wrong timeline. Like, what's up, y'all? Malaya Kishora, your favorite licensed clinical therapist, certified comedic yoga instructor, and trauma informed therapist. All right, y'all, we are going to get into it. So I started like getting into quantum physics and kind of understanding the quantum realm. And when I started studying it, everything really began to make sense. I started to understand and learn that there are infinite dimensions, reality, parallel universes, and there's a timeline where there are so many different versions of you. There's a version of you that's rich, poor, happy, sad, fat, skinny, whatever. It's so many different timelines. And I started to learn that we can actually shift into those timelines with a certain technology that we can utilize to tap in. Oh, crazy thing is, y'all, the CIA knows this. Search up the Gateway Process. They studied this in 1983. And they realized that humans can shape reality through consciousness. They realize, like, damn, they powerful as hell. It's not just the fact that your thoughts create reality. Yes, they do, but you can actually step into a different timeline. You can actually go into the quantum realm, tap into the void, and then jump into a different timeline through quantum jumping. I met my quantum twin, y'all. She's so dope. She was living by the ocean, vibing, abundant, just doing her thing. And I merged with her. I used a certain technology to merge with her. There is a amazing man named Brian Scott, and Brian Scott, he facilitates so many different types of quantum jumps. And so I began to use his quantum jump to connect with my quantum twin, the version of myself that was living and doing everything that I wanted to do. And I kept seeing this girl. I'm like, she at a beach. What beach is she at? Where is mama at? This is a higher form of technology. It's consciousness technology that we all have access to. And they know this. When I say they, y'all all know who I'm talking about. The people that rule this world. They know that we have this level of power, but they do not want us to know that we have this level of power. And by doing this, they keep us distracted. They keep us in so much chaos and confusion. That's why I always talk about the news is warfare. Social media, it has so many benefits, but there are a lot of negatives if you use it the wrong way, and they know that. They know, because they don't want us to tap into our true power, because they know that this little matrix that we're all living in, it's hanging on by a string. And remember, consciousness goes where energy flows. So if you focus on their reality, then you're going to feed into it. But if you create your own and focus on your own reality, then we can create a new world, y'all. The new earth. So they keep our minds wrapped up with reality TV, social media, the next big gossip, celebrity worship, all this, who's got the next best purse, the shoes, all these things, to keep us consumed and to keep us away from our true power and our true potential. And when I tell y'all, like, fasting literally changed me. I feel like if you're trying to evolve yourself, go on a fast. Like, fast from whatever it is. It doesn't just have to be food. Fast from sugar. Fast from cooked foods. Fast from social media. But take yourself out of the regular day-to-day and do something different, to put your reliance on God, on the Creator. And when I fasted, I did a 28-day fast, and y'all, I'm doing another fast next year. We're gonna talk about it. We gonna stay in tune with that. But like, when I fasted for those 28 days, no food, just water and sea moss, something in me shifted. It was the most challenging thing I feel like I could have ever did and put myself through, but I came out a whole different person, a new way of seeing reality. My anxiety, it decreased completely. My body changed. My mind changed. I was able to see the world from a higher level perspective. And it's like, I don't have to live small. Who made these rules up? Because I'm not following them. Don't care. Don't care. And I just felt like the divine shaped me through that fast. I had to really rely on the Creator, because I couldn't rely on food to help me mask my different emotions. I had to go straight to God. And it just gave me a different level of wisdom, clarity, faith. Not faith in worrying about things that I can't control, but faith in trusting that I'm taken care of no matter what. And as I went down that path, I began to realize, and I knew this, but it really like tapped into me, like, they're controlling every aspect of our reality. They're controlling what we see, how we perceive things, because they're constantly planting our subconscious with propaganda, chaos, all these different stereotypes that are not true. And we're just unconsciously taking them in because the brain is processing information so fast. The subconscious is processing information that your conscious mind is not even processing. Even with the music that we're listening to, the music is tuned to 444 hertz. That frequency is detrimental to the human body. There's certain music that makes you want to fight. It's certain music, like I remember in college when Chief Keef started getting busted, that music would make people want to fight. They know this. They're very intentional with this level of manipulation that they're using against us. And they want to keep you numb. They want to keep you disconnected. They want to keep you in this loop of trauma. They want to keep you angry. That's why there's so much things that's happening in the news media to keep you frustrated, to keep you on 10. They want to fuel your negative emotions because they eat it. They feed off of it. They love this because it keeps them strong and it keeps you weak. It keeps you dependent on the system. And as I got deeper into my work, I began to realize, like, this is very spiritual. It's very energetic. So when you experience trauma, your chakras have energetic voids in them, and different energetic gaps happen in your body. And so entities, they can slide in those energetic gaps and they influence you. They influence your consciousness. They cause pain to your body. A lot of times people think, oh, my body's in pain just because. No, honey, there's something that's feeding off of you, your energetic field, your body, and you can't see it, but it's right there. You start to believe the intrusive thoughts that come into your head, telling you something about yourself, that you're ugly, you're stupid. This is what life is. It's always going to go wrong for you. Sometimes, majority of these times, these thoughts are not yours. They're an entity talking to you, sounding and mimicking you. It's called mimicry. It's soul mimicry. Your soul is being mimicked. Healing does not just take your mind back. This level of healing that we're talking about here on this channel, it's about bringing your soul back into fruition so you can operate from the highest form of consciousness, not just from your animal state, but from your higher self. That's why going into nature is so important. That's why, like, I'm living here in Costa Rica. Y'all can see nature, Mama Nature in the background. Being in nature, it puts you in a different frequency and a different level of peace that you experience when you're not surrounded by the concrete jungle. That's what Ralph Smart will always call it, but he's right. It's literally a concrete jungle where we're constantly being walled in. Burning my life to the ground. It was not aesthetically pleasing. It was not rainbows and butterflies. This was hard. It was terrifying. It was scary. I was like, what the hell am I absolutely doing? I remember my higher self said, quit every job. Fuck that. You are not doing this anymore. You hate this. It's draining your life force. You have to change. And sometimes it puts you in the void. And when you change and when you do something radical like that, you go into the void, which in the quantum theory, it's the place in between, right? So when you're switching timelines, before you go into a new timeline, you are in the void for some time. And that's where everything is kind of in limbo, right? You're trying to figure out. Everything is kind of figuring itself out. And that's sometimes where you have to be if you want to do something different, if you want your life to look different. Sometimes you're not going to know what's next. You're going to have to trust that what's next is going to come for you in the exact time that it needs to. And that's what the Matrix does. This Matrix that we live in, it makes us feel comfortable and it makes us compliant. But it really takes away from the value of who you truly are. If you notice, everybody has the same weave. Everybody has the same edges, the same look, right? The same baddie aesthetic. And I think that is starting to shift, y'all. I really don't be knowing what's going on in the social media world. That's why I love working with young people, because they be keeping me hip. But that's what I'm doing. I'm building my clients up so I can be knowing what's going on in, the TikTok world. But all of these things of, oh, everybody looks the same, everybody dresses the same, everybody has the same shoes, the same purses, same this and that. And it's like, who said that this is what beauty looks like, or this is how life should look? And that's why jumping out of the matrix and coming into your own, creating your own reality is really where we need to be, within nature, within living off the land, within connecting to the earth frequency. And that's what I did, y'all. I left my comfort zone. And like I said, I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat it and be like, oh my God, it was butterflies and rainbows, because it wasn't. It was terrifying. But I knew that if I stayed, it would have killed me. I knew that my soul could not stay in that. It was too small. It was suffocating. And I had to get to Costa Rica. Someone was like, girl, you need to be in Costa Rica, okay? So, babes, I know you're here for a reason. Like, you resonate with what I'm saying. And there's a part of you that's calling for something bigger. Listen to the call. It's here for a reason. So if this does resonate with you, I want you to grab a journal. If you don't have a journal, if you don't have nothing to write with, I know you have a phone, so go to your notes app. And I want you to write down, what do you feel like is keeping you comfortable? What is in your life that you have outgrown? Maybe it's a relationship. Maybe it's a way of thinking about things. Maybe it's a behavior that you do every day. Maybe you go home and you watch TV all day and you don't do anything else with your life. Maybe you've outgrown that. Maybe there's friends that you're like, shorty, I can't deal with you. Like, whatever it is, write it down. And I want you to challenge yourself to take maybe a small step. It doesn't have to be as radical as mine, right? Quitting your job, moving away from the country, all that stuff. You don't have to be as radical. Sometimes you do, right? Sometimes you do what you gotta do. But just take a small step to push against the grain, to do something to jump yourself out of your comfort zone. Maybe that's posting some of your artwork or something that's creative to you, that resonates with you. Whatever it looks like, do it. I challenge you to do it. And if you do it, I want you to share it in the comments. Tell other people, like, what is something that's keeping you comfortable and how can you push yourself to get out of it? Inspire. We're here to inspire each other. Be radical about your life. Be unapologetic about what is for you. There's a voice in your head that's telling you something that's not telling me, right? We have different goals and aspirations in our life. There's a voice in my head telling me something that you don't know nothing about, right? And that's the thing that makes us so unique, is that we all are connected, but we all have our own unique goals and passions that is set out specifically for us. Can't nobody push you off this road of you becoming the highest version of yourself unless you allow it to. So be radical, be unapologetic. And I know the calling, because the calling is bigger than you. That's why I'm here posting these videos, y'all. I barely get views, barely get these things right now, but I know that this is a part of the process. I'm doing this because I have to. It's my destiny. It's my purpose to talk about these things, to help people wake up, to continue to wake myself up. There's no end goal. It's just a journey that we watch unfold within our lives, and it's beautiful. Even if it's challenging, the most challenging parts are some of the most rewarding experiences when you're able to overcome them. And this is what we call the Great Awakening. We're all waking up. Okay, y'all. Y'all already know. I'm going to talk to y'all never again. Of course, I'm just kidding. You know, I got to talk my shit. But I love y'all so much. Thank you so much for being here. It means the world to me, for real, for real. Even if I got 1 like, 2 like, whatever, I don't care. Because you're here, I appreciate your soul for being here, and you matter. You matter to me. So make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, share this information, do all of those wonderful things. Write a comment, turn the post notification on. All right, y'all. Hold on. Okay, bye. Okay, bye.